illegal exports of drugs from Pakistan have become a problem for the government of Pakistan and other countries in the world these days. I shall be grateful if Hazur was kindly advise us that while the use of alcohol is prohibited in Islam, what is the teachings of Islam regarding the producers, dealers, and the users of harmful drugs?
You established a base for a question. And when the question came, it seemed to me it had no relationship with the base. As if you are preparing your base here and building the question here in the air. Why did you suddenly switch over to alcohol while establishing the fact that Pakistan was one of the countries from which drugs were exported to the rest of the world?
Alcohol is also one of vices. Alcohol is also
without bringing the bad name to Pakistan unnecessarily. Ask this question as such. Why to blame poor Pakistan for this?
Recently there was a film shown on the BBC regarding.
You are very sure. But I was Pakistan.
I said this is a problem for the government of Pakistan. I said it.
I don't believe that either. It is a bad name brought to Pakistan, and maybe it's the doing of some government of Pakistan as well. If a government is meaningful and wants to put her foot down, this evil would not have been permitted to develop to this giant size. So the government can't be absolved of this responsibility. It is not the problem created by some other factors which is being now dumped upon the government. It may be otherwise. But the whole issue is irrelevant. There are so many other countries responsible for such vices, and in some countries it is the government itself which is running all these things. In many countries the government is involved at some stage, either officially involved or unofficially involved. But that is not relevant to the question you have asked. That is to say, why alcohol is forbidden.
I'm not talking about against anything regarding Pakistan, because I'm born in Pakistan and I was love for Pakistan. I'm not against the Pakistan, but I said this will become a problem for the government of Pakistan. I said in my question.
I was saying that.
Regarding alcohol, I said this is one of the vices which is prohibited all this. My question is that
You mean to say, although alcohol is forbidden, drugs are not forbidden. They are forbidden. So what is the question then?
Any vice is forbidden, but I wanted to know something regarding drugs. Illegal drugs. If there is anything regarding that is the issue.
You already said that drugs are forbidden according to Islam.
They are forbidden.
So, what is the question?
Regarding the dealers, producers and dealers.
The same applies to the drug dealers as applies to the alcohol dealers. Their fate will not be different. Well, all right, you can ask another question. Now that you are a full-time employee, why don't you think of some questions which Hold water.
So before I start this one, I want to state again, request so that I'm in no way wanting to disregard Pakistan or the people of Pakistan. In the recent years, some of the organizations and people who were opposed to the making of Pakistan have come in the forefront to share the power in running of the authority in Pakistan. I shall be grateful if Hazur will kindly throw some light on the following questions. Why and when some of the organizations and the people who were responsible for the making of Pakistan lacked control of the affairs of the government of the country? Whether this change happened before or after the separation of East Pakistan, now part Bangladesh. Third, what is now the position of the remaining persons who were the patrons who supported Quaid-e-Azam, late Muhammad Ali Jinnah Sahib, in the cause of demanding a separate Muslim state of Pakistan?
So let's go back to the first question. Please. One by one. The first part.
Why and when some of the organizations and the people who were responsible for the making of Pakistan lacked control of the affairs of the government of the country?
I think the debacle started with the change in the attitude of Muslim League itself in the Punjab. The first Muslim League government which can be blamed for this change is the government of, unfortunately, Mr. Doltana, who I understand repented later on, but it was too late for him to repent. He brought religion into politics to gain certain political ends. He exploited religion of Islam, and for that Ahmadiyya Jamaat was chosen as a scapegoat. Now when religion was exploited, any person or a leader who exploits religion has to do it with the help and aid of theocracy, mullacracy I should say. So that is exactly what happened. Those were the enemies of Pakistan. Those were the people who opposed the concept of Pakistan tooth and nail, and to the very limit of their potentials. They were totally frustrated by Quaid-e-Azam with the grace of Allah. And the first time they were admitted entry into politics of Pakistan was then in 1953, or slightly prior to 1953, by unfortunately the Muslim League government. And that was the last of Muslim League we see in the politics of Pakistan. After that, they lost all control of the affairs of Pakistan, and then it was a chaos, a free-for-all. Whoever wanted to come to power, usurp power, he could do it at any excuse or whenever given opportunity. So no principle was left from them on. This is the punishment in that.
So the second part is also, I think, it discovers whether the change happened before or after the separation. Only the last one. What is now the position of the remaining persons who were the patrons who supported Quaid-e-Azam, late Muhammad Ali Jinnah Sahib, in the cause of demanding a separate Muslim state of Pakistan?
They have been totally ousted from Pakistan politics at present. Completely. Because, they cannot coexist with mullacracy. Because it is exactly what Quaid-e-Azam opposed. Pakistan was not created for mullahs, for religious orthodoxy. of the most terrible type.